Hey, Mustang Stampede. It's a little cold out and windy, but I'm gonna be checking out another Ford Focus Titanium. The last one I checked out was the Ford Focus ST. This one is an automatic. It doesn't have the 5 or 6 speed like the ST did. The MSRP on this 2014 is $25,215. It has the 17-inch aluminum wheels. The collar is tuxedo black metallic. It's a 2-liter gas direct injection. It does have the turn signals in the mirrors. I kind of like that. Fog lights. And I'm doing a different video style this time. I'm going to go ahead, instead of using a suction cup mount, I'm going to use a POV view with my GoPro Hero Black. First thing, again, that I'm going to notice is that they don't come with keys anymore. All you have is a fob. Push button start is in the dash right here where my hand is. Fires right up. And so on the inside, again, these, for being a 5-door hatchback, very, very roomy up front. I feel like I have more legroom in this than I do in my 2010 Corolla. So go ahead and move this here, set that to the side. It does have the select shift right here on your thumb. And of course, if you're going to use select shift, you'd place the your gear selector all the way down into the select shift mode. All the controls are easily reached within my hand. Same style steering wheel almost as the ST, maybe just not as refined. The leather doesn't feel as nice as the ST did, but that's fine. And this one does have the leather seats. I like the large stitching in the leather seats. So got a little sunglass compartment right there, and hopefully you guys can see all this, because like I said, I'm trying to POV view. RPMs on the left, miles per hour on the right, gas and temp in the middle, and of course you have the cool display pod right here that can control everything on your Ford Sync. I've been using this style system in my 2013 Explorer now for about a full year and a half, I would say. I actually personally, I do like the Ford Sync. You know, you can call me partial, whatever, because I have the 2 different Explorers and I've owned 2 Mustangs, but it's not as bad as what a lot of people make it out to be, and you know, I really enjoy it. So inside this menu here, if you can see me, I'm controlling it with my thumb. So you can control everything with your thumb here. Should be able to switch out to like whatever kind of music you want by flipping the button. There's trip 1, you know, just all kinds of little screens in here to play with, and I'm at the bottom of that menu. So and go up here to information, and it's got the my key. My key is if you want to let a kid drive this, you can have kids drive it. Let me see if I can find, well, it doesn't look like I'm really surprised that it won't control. Okay, that's enough of that menu. It's not the same as my Explorer. My Explorer has the 2 different menus, and I can control the stereo, but it looks like you can control the stereo right here with this one. So I'll set this back to trip 1 here, go into that menu, and we'll be taking off here. First thing I do notice is that trying to base this off the Focus ST, because this is your step down. This is the Focus ST Titanium. It feels like a little go-kart. You know, almost like the ST. Very tight suspension. Acceleration is there. As we get out of town here some more, I will show a little bit more of the acceleration. I think that if you're driving this in town, you may want to use the select shift option. You know, it just really depends on the person. You'll be able to keep the RPMs in a manageable range and not have the automatic trying to guess what you want to do in town. Nice little 90-degree turn here. Speed limit's 35 right through here, so I'll just maintain speed here until we get into the 55-mile-an-hour zone, and we'll do a 35-mile-per-hour to 55-mile-per-hour acceleration. Alright, now we're accelerating right up to 55. Probably has a little bit more power than my Corolla S to get to 55. It is a 1.84 cylinder, and it's not direct gas injection like this car is. So if you know anything about the direct injections, they've changed the place where your fuel injectors go, basically, and putting them right into the piston instead of in the intake. In like the Fox body Mustang, for instance, you put your, in other cars, you know, I'm just using what I know as a reference point here, the injectors are actually on the lower intake and hit the air path. With all the new technology you see with the vehicles coming out with direct injection, those injectors are ported right into the cylinder walls. So there's talk of the new Mustangs getting that as well. So, you know, that is what it is. So this nice little drive here out of town, there are some nice turns here, and the vehicle has hardly any roll at all. It feels real nice in the turns. You know, and of course that's all to your own driving ability. You know, you have to know what you're comfortable with as far as, you know, handling and driving capabilities. I've drove everything from tanks to semi trucks to you know, go-karts, four-wheelers, whatever, you know, you name it, I've probably driven some form or fashion of it if it's a vehicle. Another nice turn here. No body roll in this vehicle whatsoever. Feels like it hugs the road very well. Bit of point of view here, the Ford My Touch. And of course my seat is on, so I don't see my seat in there. Oh, the seat is actually down here. I hope you guys can see that. It's actually a dial selector, so I'm turning my dial selector here to 0. Alright, back up to 55, no problem whatsoever. And we'll be turning around down here. And I'll go ahead and use the select shift, and we'll see what that feels like. So the international the international car show is coming up. It's going to be up in Columbus. I went there last year. If you guys recall any of the videos I had from there, or go back and review them, let me know if there's something that you would like a video of, or leave a comment if there's something you'd like to see from that show. All right, now I've went ahead and put this in select shift. I don't actually see where it's telling me what gear I'm in. There we go. Okay, so just so you guys know, right here it says select 1 or S1. when I try and press up, it's just going to flash 1 because I'm not even moving, so why would the car want to go to 2nd gear? So I'm going to check here. We're clear to pull out. It looks like it actually, I'm not sure, that's 55 miles per hour. I'm not sure. I felt it selected gear without me doing anything, and I don't know if the button is just sensitive or the computer said, hey, go ahead and shift another gear. I'm sure if you want to put a cold air kit on this, or you know, get a handheld tuner or something to plug into this, you could probably tell it to never select a gear unless you tell it to, but I'm not sure about that. What's nice about the select shift is if you're driving down the highway and you're going to attempt to pass someone because they're going in the slow lane, and I'm in 5th gear here, there is a 6th that would increase your gas mileage. There goes a Mustang. I always point out those. That was a 5-liter Coyote car. So I'm in 6th. I'm cruising down the highway. I'm doing 45, actually 55 if you know, if you're on the highway or whatever, 65, 70, depending where you live. Nice thing about the select shift is when it's time to pass someone, you can just start grabbing a couple gears there. Now it's 4th, and if you really need to, you can grab 3rd and step on the gas, and you can make that pass happen with a select shift, which is very nice. You know, you go to pass someone in your typical automatic car, what happens? You press the gas and it wants to go ahead and downshift because it realizes what you're trying to do, and passing is not very fun in automatics. When you have the select shift though, I would have to disagree with that and say that passing could be very fun activity. Now I'm gonna go ahead and put it back in the normal drive position here. I don't really like to play music in any of my videos, but I will just play a short clip here just to let you guys hear what the Sony system in the dash sounds like. And I didn't select that station, but you know, that's very nice. And then you know, the volume should be able to be controlled right here as well on my finger, so I'll use it. Alright, so that's enough of the music. You know, YouTube always wants to flag copyright infringement and filter out all that noise, and then you got to tell them like, hey, I was just doing a video and that's what happened to be playing for the entire world on the radio, you know. No trying to copyright infringe on whoever that was maybe, that's an older song too, so we don't need to copyright infringe on him. So I'm very impressed with the pep of this car. Of course, I'm coming back into a 35-mile-an-hour zone. I like the throttle response of this little car. I'm very surprised by it. So again, I was talking about having select shift in town, you know, where you'd much rather be in control of your RPMs. Makes it a little easier to maneuver through town, especially if you're used to a stick shift. Making a turn and knowing what power you have available. And coming up on a nice 90-degree turn again, so I'll be selecting down to 3rd or 2nd gear. Another 90-degree turn. I hope this point of view video works out pretty well. You know, I typically put it on the passenger window. It kind of gives a whole view of the entire vehicle, but I thought the point of view would look cool. It's very popular. I like the mirror placements. The mirrors are all nice and easily accessible. So just for the sake of city driving here, we'll go down to the light and actually turn in. And we still have snow on the ground back here. Look at that. And we're supposed to get 6 to 10 inches on Sunday night, I believe it is. So, hey, this is the Focus Titanium. If you have any questions, feel free to shoot me a message. I'll try to answer them to the best of my ability. If you have any vehicle, especially Fords, because I love to drive Fords, that you would like to see me make a video of, let me know and I'll see if I can't make it happen. I just bumped the camera there. Oh, check this out. Huge fan of this. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. Sorry, it's like I always say to Steam, oh, thanks for watching, and I add something to the video. So, huge fan of the backup cameras. We have a backup camera in our 2013 Ford Explorer, and I hardly ever use my rear view mirror anymore. So, as you watch here, we're going to go ahead and put it into reverse, and bam, we have the park aid. Rear park aid is on. I'm not going to use, I don't know if it'll park itself, but I'm going to go ahead and use the backup camera here because there's a pool there. So now when I'm backing out of my garage with my Ford Explorer, it does tend to beep a little bit excessively because it thinks I'm going to hit the side of the walls. But I'm a huge fan of these backup cameras. So check that pool out there. Yep, we're going to miss it. I'm just trying to get this vehicle back online here. So, huge fan of the backup cameras. I enjoy them. So, and again, no key with this. All I'm going to do is press the start-stop engine, and it's going to shut down. So now that I did get to show you the backup camera, that's all. So, as always, thanks for watching.